This poem is called "The Rivulets of the Subconscious Territorialize the Civilization Time Capsule in the Omniversal Brain of the Meinongian Jungled Demigod." How beautiful it is that my nerves are the spirulina and spongiest, brainiacs of Othello, diced up by the quantum Pythagorean solipsistic gladiator stadium. As the absolute infinity inside my perception and my qualia dazzles me into the Rigolan draped curtains of existential nirvana. I am sidereal and nirvana. I am an ambrosial thrombocyte and leucophymic aletheia, hypersomnambulist in purple werewolf costumes, are miraging through the menageries of these lupine-billed taffagata garba jowled jaws. As the foghorns are twisting with their artificial language into the linguistic waterfall, splashing the omnidesic geometries, I'm tossing the purple sun with a tarantula beard into the trash can. I'm sitting on a park bench at 5 a.m. being a good Samaritan and saintliest of all saints. Purple suited ligresses are statued, and I ametabolize this Egyptological Manitoba from these frozen ungelid shackled ludinous as blue gushiest bloodstreams oscillate from the torpid Sasquatch butterfly hybrid statues. As my skull sidereals the abstract leaping jaded Pegasus that unicorns through the buttress sphinx in the belly of all submarine windows, as it swims upward for the bountiful, breastiful sanctuaries of this Haida Gwaii in the year 2100. I dreamscape a beauteous quantum griffins as these maledictions hypodermically melt the visages and the viscosity of the ballerinas of the pluriverses as they vaginally tourniquet the turnstiles of this boomerang twisted in between the turquoise moon as it's solar eclipsed by the anti-relativistic Fourier transforms of these Dirac eigenvalues, which Erdős number the Hamadryad solar empresses and the werewolf bacchanalian dictators who are sliced out upon the possible world televisions like a Potomac Molodoc of these cobblestone Asimovs, Frucci's pyramidine James Joycean Finnegan's Wake, as the mosque of all Canadiana is outfitted in the Celts of anti-imperialist starlight, as this rainiest shoe swap evening on Squamish, as this Yogini Kremlin, as this Yogini Mauritius, the presidential Neptunian lake creek splattered toothpaste, as this Greco-Roman Hypatian cowboy and the Western ecoscape, as this arterium of all the messianic Rastafarians upon the Klondikes of this beautiful jaded Pinto Clydesdale, as it gallops with its computerized, shackled, horsey nostrils, which enlighten the amnesic carburetor machines, which transmigrate into this metamorphization of all the apostasies and apocalyptices, as these anthropoid Transylvanian Sasquatches are somehow sideralized in these cosmogonic posthumanisms, as these simple gates of these rock and belted balustrades, which wildflower upon the moon quaking ectopic werewolf divinities and fuselage of civilizations in the time capsules of the year absolute infinity, as this labyrinth of hummingbirds which unicycle while juggling the Empedoclean set of all ants that can ever bloom on earth and blossom, as this explosion of all the deserts foghorn, the beautiful anti-materialist substance ontology of the lichen build and laurelized gorgeousified barracudas, which are somehow washed upon the Venusian Neptunian shores of these psychoelectric blue Maldors, which the entomological philosophers are forestepping, as the Neurosophy is the Qui, and all these romanticists sibilantly and succulently, rhythmically gallop into the putrefaction of the modal realist hawk plumaged and peregrinated basement of all basements, where the sluice of this moon shackled imperiousness and this jungle which Quetzalcoatl's, this quotidianity of all the peninsulas which cost to knowing, the geosophical imaginary numbers of the transfinite number line which transfigure the anti-space of the Stanley Park in the hyper octaves of this geometric hallelujah Bacchian and Emily Dickinsonian, this mathematicism which oceanicizes the sempiternal beauty of womankind, as the Gnostic is Andrew Breton in the succotash wriggling stroller, as these Nietzschean and Heideggerian mandrakes are somehow psychonically belted out with their heavy smoked Fibonacci and Julius set to heaver levers, as womankind is the pterodec, which somehow externalizes this hyperbolic solipsism and all of the blue-bearded neutrinos and tachyons and tanok, this disquidation of the hyperplatonic soul without a proto-panpsychic ancestry of all epigenetic nihilism and nihilosity, as this chameleon Meinongian jungle on North Africa, as the Sahara's Sirocco, the bungling of the raptors Hermeneutica theoretica, as all this pulveration, mohawks and mavericks, as leaps glossologically into the quillscape and splendorous divinity fruitarian fabric, as all these Taliesin's, which somehow dive into the northest north of all the shuffleboards of the millenarian and Presbyterian Thomistic banquets and woodpecker reefed luminoids, which somehow beauteous, the lupins, which flagrantly and flamboyantly semaphore, the sempiternity staring at all the starscapes, in which Emily Dickinson me and William Carlos Williams are the posthuman cyborg of cosmosypic Taliesin, hyper Meinongian, and absolute nothingness, homunculization of all the cordializations of this Rastafarian homunculi. Thank you so much. Truly, I just woke it all upon me.